Hello student, today we are going to do the exercise of 8th chapter, The Glory of Bharatvarsha. ये वर्कबुक की एक्सरसाइज है. Okay, class 6 social science. Okay, first question is choose the correct alternative. So you uh, directly copy down the answer. Okay, I am not going to read these questions. Okay, next page is page number 32. Hope you can see it properly. यहाँ पे जो साइड पे जो अल्फ़ाबेट्स है वो बराबर दिख नहीं रहे होंगे, तो मैंने यहाँ पे सर्कल किया है. सो यू कैन डायरेक्ट कॉपी डाउन फ्रॉम हियर. Okay, the next question is filling the blanks. यहाँ पे जो 9 fill in the blanks है, that is answer is spelling is ASH. Okay, next is page number 33. Question number 3 is put a tick mark, true or false. Okay, last page number 34, true or false is both are false. Okay, question number 4 is match the pair. Okay, then question number 5 is answer the following questions in 1 or 2 sentences. First one is which subject were taught in Takshashila? The subject like ethics, Sanskrit, grammar, astronomy and astrology, Hinduism and philosophy were taught in Takshashila. So question number 2 is royal coins of which Gupta king have been found? The coins of Samudragupta, Chandragupta I and Chandragupta II of the Gupta dynasty have been found. Question number 3 is in ancient time which crop were cultivated in India? In ancient time the crop of wheat, spelling is that is WHEAT. Okay, barley, paddy, jawar, millet, sesame, peas, etc. were cultivated in India. Question number 4 is who was the Gram Bojak head of the village selected in ancient time? In ancient times the Gram Bojak head of a village was selected as a mainly the biggest landowner of a village. Okay. Fifth is what was the food of the people of ancient India? The main food of the people of ancient India was wheat, barley, rice, milk, curd, ghee, fruit, meat, fish, etc. Sixth one, what did males and females ancient India wore? In ancient times, the people usually wore two clothes. The cloth of lower part of the body was called nivi and the cloth of the upper part was called vas. Sometimes they wrapped a divas like dupatta around upper part of the body. Okay. Seventh question is into how many parts was the art of ancient India divided in which? In ancient India, the art was divided into two parts, fine arts and performing art. Question number 8 is which arts are included in fine art? Drawing, painting, literature, architecture, music, clay art, etc. are included in fine art. Question number 9 is which texts were created in explain the Vedas? Brahmin texts and Arankyas were created to explain the Vedas. Question number 10 is which two epics are confluence of culture, society and religion? The two epics Ramayana and Mahabharata are the confluence of culture, society and religion. Okay, hope you can see here properly. Question number 11 is which texts are included in the Puranas of India? Texts like Vishnu Purana, Garud Purana, Vayu Purana, Nand Purana and Shiva Purana and Matsya Purana are included in the Puranas of India. 12th one is what are the original texts of Buddhism called? Which are its type? The original texts of Buddhism are called the Tripatik. Its types are called Sukta Patik. Second one is Vinaya Patik and the Abhidhamma Patik. 13 one is which are the original texts of Jainism? The original texts of Jainism are Angams and Acharans, Vaitalik and Dashavatalik Sutra. Okay. 14 one is who are included in the list of Sanskrit writers of ancient India. The great poet like Kalidas, Bhas, Sudrak, Bharvi, etc. are included in the Sanskrit writer of ancient India. 15 one is write a famous epics and plays of Sanskrit literature. The famous epics and plays of Sanskrit literature are Raghuvansham, Abhigyanam, Shakuntalam, Meghadutam, Kirt Anjunam, Swapna Savadutam and Mirchkatikam, etc. Okay. 16 is which are called Sangam literature, and why the special literature of South India is called the Sangam literature. This was composed by about 1600 folk poet in the three Sangam meeting in Madurai in the first 3 centuries. 17 is from where is information about Indian ports of ancient time found. Information about the Indian ports of ancient time is found from texts written about geography by Greek sailor Ptolemy. Okay. Now next page is question number 18, where are the oldest cave painting found. The oldest cave painting are found in the caves of Bhimbetka of Madhya Pradesh, Ajanta Ellora of Maharashtra, and Amravati and Bagh. Okay, 19 is which architectures are included in the cave architectures. The architectures are like Hill of Babar, Nasik Hills, Ajanta Ellora, and Amravati are included in the cave architectures. 20th is how many and which were the styles of sculptures of ancient India. There are two styles of sculptures of ancient India, that is Gandhar art and the Madurai art, which are the famous Sabtas of Buddhism. The famous Buddhas of Buddhism are the Supta of Sachi, second is the Supta of Lumbini, and the Supta of Sarnath. 22 is write the name of the great philosopher and the ruler of Takshashila University. The names of great philosophers and rulers of Takshashila University are Panni and the Chanakya, Chandragupta and Jivak, etc. 23rd is who were Nagarjun. Here what did is recommend. The spelling is C. Here I have written M. Okay, तो आप यहाँ पे correct कर लेना, N कर देना. Was the principal and the famous chemist of Nalanda University. He started using mercury as a medicine. Question number 6 is answer the following questions briefly. First one is give brief information about the Vedic literature. Vedic literature begin with the creation of Vedas in the Vedic period. There are 4 Veda: Ring Veda, Ayurveda, Sham Veda, Atharva Veda. Brahmin texts and Arankyas were created to explain the Vedas. Saptapat, Brahmin, Gopat, Brahmin and Brihadaranyaka are the most important texts among them. Besides this, Upanishads, Puranas, memories, etc. are included in Vedic literature. Next page. Question number 2 is which foreign travelers, tourists came to ancient India. The foreign travelers, tourists like Greek ambassador Megasthenes in the period of Chandragupta Maurya, Chinese traveler Payang in the period of Chandragupta to Chinese traveler Sangs in the period of Harshvardhana and the Greek sailor Ptolemy, etc. came to the ancient India. Third one is explain the meaning of Sabtas and Chaityas. The Sapta means small dome shaped oval architectures. The relics of Buddha were buried in the middle of the Supta. Buddhist monk meditated at this place. Chaitya means the prayer halls. Chaitya was carved in the mountain as a cave. In Chaityas, the columns, door, huge prayers hall, etc. were carved. Spelling is Carved. Okay. In the caves, Chaityas were used in the prayer hall. Fourth one is state the great texts of Buddhism and Jainism. The original texts of Buddhism are called Tripatik. The texts of Jainism are called Angam texts. The first one, the text of Buddhism, the Sukta Patik, Vinaya Patik, Abhiyan Patik, Diganaj, Aguntara Nayaka, Anjima Nayaka, Jatak stories, Milen, Pano, etc. The texts of Jainism. The ancient literature of Jainism are divided into 14 parvas and 12 angas. The texts are like Angams, Achrang and the Vatilak, Dashavatilak Sutra are included in the main text of this religion. Question number 7 is write a short note. First one is non-religious literature. The literature which contains non-religious content is called non-religious literature. It is include poems, dramas, anecdotes, grammars, grammars, texts and smritis. First one, Smriti text, manuscript, Yajnavalkya Smriti and Narad Smriti, etc. were the famous Smriti texts. Second one is plays and epics, Abhigyanam, Shakuntala and Raghu, Vansham and Meghadutam, Kirti Unjanam and Sapnavasudutam and Mich Katikam, etc. are the famous plays and epics in Sanskrit language. Third one is Sangam literature. The special literature of the southern India is known as the Sangam literature in ancient. In it, the heroic poem The Shilpa Padmikaram and the Mani Mekhalai are the main poems. The great grammarian Panni composed a Sanskrit grammar text, the Astayadigi Yagi. In the Gupta age, citations poetry of the kings were composed. Among them, the Prayagraj Prasthi by the Harisena and the Harshachartam by the Banabhat are the main poems. Second one is the village and the town's life of ancient India. In ancient times, the village life and the town life of North and South India were seen as follows. North India, the head of the village was called Gram Bojag. This post was hereditary. The second point is there were three types of people living in the South India. First one, the big landlords, the small farmers and landless laborers. Third point is most of the cities of this time were capital cities. The fort were built around the capital. The wells are built for the toilets, drains and dustbin. They are also called as spherical wells. Fourth point is the people of the rural and the urban areas used to take wheat, barley, rice, milk, curd, ghee and fruit, meat, fish in their food. Fifth point is the man and the women generally wore two clothes. The clothes of the upper part of the body was called vas, while the cloth to lower part of the body was called the nivi. Sometimes they wrapped a cloth like a dupatta called adivas on the upper clothes. Okay. The question number third is Vallabhi University. In the 6th-7th century AD, Maitrak dynasty ruled in Gujarat. At this time, the Vallabhi University was developed as an education center in Gujarat. Vallabhi University is believed to be located near the Vallabhipur, near the Bhavnagar. The Chinese traveler Yuan Sang came and at this and visited the Vallabhi University. He praised the Vallabhi University a lot. The ancient times, the Vallabhi University became the famous as a modern university. The modern education system was implemented in Vallabhi. Here, the student has had to give an written test, that is entrance exam name. Okay, the Praveshika for admission. After the written test, the student was called for an interview with the principals. After that, he was admitted to the university on the basis of the merit. In Vallabhi University, the contemplations of the all three religions, Hindu, Jain and Buddha, as well as the meditation, astrology and the astronomy were taught. Vallabhi University became famous in India and in the world because of the famous India in. Okay, इसका जो थोड़ा सा आंसर बाकी है वो मैंने यहाँ पे नीचे लिखा है. The world because of its special education system and it was really an international university. Okay, तो ये यहाँ पे चैप्टर ख़त्म होता है इसी एक्सरसाइज की वर्कबुक की सारी. प्लीज़ अगर आपको ये चैप्टर पसंद आया, वीडियो पसंद आया, प्लीज़ लाइक कीजिए और ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा शेयर कीजिए और चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कीजिए. थैंक यू सो मच.